Alright, race fans. Welcome to Playoff Race 3. We are at the cut line. I am not going to lie. I'm liking, so they call it Gateway, Worldwide Technology Raceway. Good race. Last year's race was good. This year's race was good. This year's race, some drama. Kyle Larson. So this guy, he's supposed to be the best we can offer. And I have seen him many times lose it. He supposedly, maybe not, got loose, took out Ryan Blaney. That's the one guy I probably wouldn't take out. I probably would not take out Ryan Blaney. He's going to remember that. He's a calm guy. He's a chill guy. But you listen to him on the radio. He's not calm. Kyle Larson, I will be watching this play out. I want you to do better. I've seen a lot of, when I say a lot, I mean how you're supposed to be is way up here, and I've seen a few times that Larson has lost the car. I've seen him lose the car, I think twice this year, be on the inside of somebody and not even get touched. I've seen him, cause wrecks. He's gotten people loose, and then it just causes chaos. I've seen it happen. He doesn't get involved, so I guess that does make him a good driver because he can wreck other people. But I don't think he does it with the intent of wrecking. He pushes the line a little further than what everyone else does, and it usually ends up costing the people that he's around. It's not like he didn't get to his level. I think he's like, oh man, I can get them loose, get by, and whatever happens, happens. I think that might be the mindset. I don't know. You're just watching the race. You don't listen on the radio. You're not in their heads. Good race. Josh Berry wrecked again. First two playoff races wrecked. Alex Bowman, more pit road problems. Alex Bowman, Josh Berry are both in a must-win. You're safe. You're clinched is Denny Hamlin and Chase Briscoe if they move on next three races. Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, and Christopher Bell are all safe. I don't think Ross Chastain's going to score 20 more points than Bell. So we'll see. It's next playoff race is the track is not what it used to be. And when I say what it used to be, I mean from when I was a kid. It's not a race. It's still, a must-watch race, but it's not the race. Let's see here. What else we got? Shane Van Gisbergen. He needs people to have trouble, and he needs to finish top 15. He had a good race going. I can't remember what happened. I think he was speeding on pit road this past weekend, and he ended up finishing 24th. He was running top 15 all day. So I understand we're claiming crowning a driver's championship, but this is a team effort, man. Bowman, he's doing everything he can on the track, and pit road is messing him up. I think he might have had a speeding penalty too, so that one's on him. Shane Van Gisbergen, they're flawless. They're always they're doing what they need to do, and there's always they're around a wreck. The penalty that happened this past weekend, I want to say, was speeding. They're just always one slip away from being where they need to be. He's still pretty far off from being, a consistent top 15, top 10 oval driver. But he was put on some moves. I was loving it. Dylan, the team, the engineers, would it be the engineers? The car, they let him down on his car. He had nothing. He couldn't do nothing. A lot of people, he can't do nothing anyways. But when he has a car, he can. I think Dylan's a good driver. I think RCR is. I don't know what's going on with RCR. I grew up in the era of RCR when they were, well, they had Earnhardt. So there's that. But Mike Skinner was fast, though. I will say Mike Skinner always ran pretty well. But these cars now just ain't fast. I will say, though, Busch is fast, but he just gets caught up in a lot of stuff. Anyways, it's enough. I think he was caught up in a wreck this weekend, too. We need Kyle Busch to run a race. I mean, what's that quote? You live long enough if man, it's like a common quote. Oh, either you die a hero or see yourself become the villain. But Kyle Busch has lived long enough to see himself become the hero. Everyone's pulling for him. I mean, I am. I hated the guy back in the day. But now, dude, get a win. Let's get a win. That's going to be awesome if he gets a win. I'm excited about what the second stage is, but we'll get more into that after this weekend. I'm pretty sure the Roval and Talladega's in this next stage, so there's not going to be okay, we know who's going to advance, unless Shane Van Gisbergen gets through this round and makes it to the next. We will say that he will probably win the Roval and move on to the third round. But we got 500 laps between the next round and this round, and it's qualifying matters at this track we're coming up to. We'll get into driver averages here in a second, because last week we went to driver averages and they didn't mean nothing. They didn't mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. But the next race is the Bristol Night Race. When I was a kid growing up, there was 3 races that you had to watch. That was like, everybody showed up. My dad and his friend, they watched every race every time it was on. But if it was Daytona, Talladega, or Bristol, dude, the carport that was built into a race room was full. The barbecue was on. The grill was hot, and the drinks were flowing. The kids were all having a good time. TV was loud, and it was just, those were races that that brought families together. They really did. And I mean, it seems like since I've been watching for the past 2 years, I took about a 8-year hiatus from watching the sport. Daytona gets a little it's fuel mileage now, and I don't know what they've done to Bristol, but it's not the beating and banging. But then that's the style of the car, I guess. You can't touch wheels. It breaks a toe link so easy. But this race, the last Great Coliseum, dude, I would love to probably go to a Bristol Night Race. That would be awesome. I'd love to take my son to a race, but I don't think like a short track is for them. I don't think that's a good first race to go to, because the cars, it's so hard to keep track of the leader. I think the first race that I'm probably going to go to and take my son is Atlanta. Just because the pack racing, it's easy to keep up with who's leading. Good introductory race, I think. But then, like, you're at the top. Atlanta's probably for best racing, best excitement, best for the fans. But it's an easy track to teach. If you're taking like your kid or something, like, hey, this is the leader. Just you can just see, you can see it. It's easy to notice. In Bristol, you're going to have the leader, in turn 2, with last place being in turn 1. We're lapping. There's 2 laps down. It's a mess at Bristol, but it makes for a fun race. Love it. I will say, though, like, once the rubber gets down and the lines build, we start seeing side-by-side racing at Bristol. But the first while, it seemed, back in, was it the spring, maybe early summer? I can't remember when the first Bristol race was. It took forever for any kind of action to happen. Give me Martinsville right now over Bristol, and that's hard to say. That's I'm not too happy about that. Driver averages for this race since 2002, so the last the last 3.5 years. This is a Kyle Larson race and a Denny Hamlin race. Denny does good here. Bell, Elliott, Chastain, and then so the people who need to watch out. Bubba Wallace doesn't do good here, but I think he's safe regardless of what happens. He is 50 points above cut line, and so Austin Dillon would have to score 50 more points. No, he's 11 below the cut line. I hate the way they do this. So is he... Yeah, Dillon will need to score 50 more points than Bubba Wallace. Shane Van Gisbergen. Yeah, I see. That's what I want to know. Are we zeroing from here? So he's 11 points from there. So if we're 50, he's 50 points from Dillon. I never paid attention to that. I don't like that. Bowman's in trouble. Dillon's in trouble. Reddick's okay. This is just based off driver averages. Man, there's a lot of people on here. Ross Chastain down is red alert. Where's Cindric's not even on here. No, he must be below Suarez. Oh no, there he is. 27th. Ooh, Cindric. We can put a little caution flag on Cindric. Where's Logano at? Logano and Chastain on driver averages. Chastain is 6. Chastain might make it in. Based on driver averages. Chastain, I'm going to put you safe. Logano. Where's Logano? This makes me think that I don't know if I'm using... See, Logano's not even on here. There's no way Logano's that bad at Bristol. Because there was it had up to 45 drivers. I don't see him, guys. I don't see him. He's not. We got to bring this up. We got to bring up driver averages. Bristol night race. Whatever, driver averages Bristol. Driveraverages.com. That's what I use. Shout out to them. Logano is 40th in driver averages. My goodness. So with the current points, man, Logano. Man, tune in. There's gonna be some wrecking. We're gonna be hitting, hopefully, like the good old days. Anyways, who I think is gonna be out? Barry, Bowman, Van Gisbergen. I think the 4 who are out right now are the 4 who stay out. Get Logano, Chastain, Cindric are definitely red alert. Red alert. Anyways, that's our show. That's another left turn. 15 minutes. not bad. If you're still here, like and subscribe. Comment. Keep it clean. Keep the comments clean. I don't mind, trash talk. Keep it clean. And remember, guys, it's just racing. We're fans. Keep it family friendly. Join another left turn. Another left turn. Let's go. Let's put on a good race, Bristol.